Oh, they sent in a couple articles. So I'm here to correct this. And for all y'all people who doubted me, I just want y'all to react to this. And this is an article written by David Dennis Jr. But what's important, by the way, this is talking about Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl halftime show. And the title is bigger than his victory over Drake. But what's more important, if you go to this article and you go down, you're going to see something very important. And it actually contradicts everything I've seen people say on social media. So I just want everybody who has said the opposite to now acknowledge this and then come back with your opinions about it. So what was very important, and give me 1 second. This isn't the Rich Homie Quan stuff at this point. Hold on, give me a second. Give me a second. Okay. So yesterday, and people sent in some hefty donations saying, why are we blaming Jay-Z? There's a committee. That's what y'all told me. There's a committee that decides on this, and basically New Orleans picked Kendrick. Now, that didn't sound right to me. Like, I get it that Kendrick is the hip-hop Jesus, but why on earth would New Orleans pick Kendrick Lamar over Lil Wayne? Okay? Now, y'all sent me an article, which I told y'all, I think this is before Roc Nation took over in affecting or consulting or deciding who performs for the Super Bowl. Y'all said, no, it's not. Cool. Well, now we have another article. So y'all explain this. So let's read this particular part. It says, for his part, Lil Wayne has been adamant in his desire to do the show. He says, I will not lie to you. I've not got a call or nothing. He told YG on his 400 podcast back in February. So we're praying. We're keeping our fingers crossed. I'm working hard. I just want to make it hard for them not to holla at the boy. Yet Roc Nation and NFL went with Kendrick Lamar, which has led many in social media to debate who deserved the slot more. Fellow New Orleans legend Master P chimed in, leaving a comment on Instagram in defense of Lil Wayne's position as an ambassador for entertainment in the city of New Orleans. I have to agree with the fans that Lil Wayne should have been a part of the celebration as well. Much, and this is where all y'all, and I want all y'all who was like, act your loin, there's a committee, y'all gonna have to respond to this. Much of the confusion rests on whose decision this ultimately was, as people are placing the onus on a combination of Roc Nation, the NFL, and the city of New Orleans. Jay Cicero, okay, the president and CEO of New Orleans Sports Foundation and a Super Bowl 59 host committee member, offered some clarity in an email to Anscape. It is the NFL's decision alone for all entertainment for the Super Bowl. We found out about it the same time everybody did this past weekend. So for all the people who claimed that it wasn't Jay-Z that influenced this, it wasn't Roc Nation nor the NFL, but it was actually some good old people on some random committee in New Orleans. Well, this is a guy who's actually a Super Bowl 59 host committee member, and he's also the CEO of the Greater New Orleans Sports Foundation. I think he would know if there was a committee of New Orleans, like in New Orleans, that voted to pick Kendrick. He says it's only the NFL that made the decision. So what the fuck y'all got to say now? It's clear. Listen, I don't care what you want to say. This decision was heavily influenced or entirely made by Jay-Z and Roc Nation. Trust and believe. If you think otherwise, you're fooling yourself. Now, I do see people doing other mental gymnastics to say, well, if it wasn't for Jay, there wouldn't be hip-hop at all. So y'all should be happy. Okay, if that's your stance, cool. But what we're not going to do is we're not going to just try to act like this is some random committee-based, this is like the Grammys. No. The NFL and we really think it's Roc Nation and Jay-Z made the decision to offer the Super Bowl headlining position to Kendrick Lamar in New Orleans. So for everybody who said New Orleans has some type of committee or panel that votes, we're getting the clarity here. This is from a host committee member and the CEO of Greater New Orleans of the Greater New Orleans Sport Foundation. They're saying it's only the NFL. Okay? Hopefully that gives a little bit of clarity. The point is, we ain't say all that shit about Jay-Z for no reason. Nigga's a hater. That's what it is. Nigga's a fucking hater. Now, I also seen